Welcome to Flashpoint Friday, a weekly series where I select one game at random from Flashpoint's archives and give it a try. And maybe, just maybe, the game might actually be good. Hello everyone, welcome back to Flashpoint Friday, and this week we have another request. This time around it's from viewer FoeFear, so thank you FoeFear for the request. And we have a game from flashgamenexus.com, which as per usual I checked out the URL, but it appears to redirect you now to Best Buy's website. So I guess they bought the domain name, after the original website went down. This is still available on Congregate, though, which is a site that is still up. And let's see what we're in for this week. Just a quick splash screen first for the now defunct website, but we have Shellcore Command, but this looks like it's not displaying it properly. Give me a moment. I'm going to have to fool around with the view commands, I think. Okay, I'm back. I did what I could in the view options. This game is not compatible with the Ruffle emulator. It's just running through the default Flash launcher, so things aren't perfect. Everything is aligned to the left side of the screen, and there's a big old empty space on the right-hand side of the screen from my perspective. I'll do what I can to address that in the editing process, though, so hopefully it won't be too much of an issue for the viewers here. So anyway, though, so we got Shellcore Command Tactical Retro Combat Episode 1 Newborn, and we've got kind of an ongoing demo of sorts here on the main screen, accompanied by some kind of I don't know what you call this, baby chiptune style music and such, but let's see what we've got here. Let's check out the options first, just to see what we're working with here. So it looks like we have a bunch of options. Okay, so these are mostly graphical options. Well, we could probably crank this up to high, and that looks pretty good, I guess. Everything is checked for the effects and such, and things seem to still be running smoothly, so I think we're good. Let's go ahead and do the quick tutorial first. Okay, so use the arrow keys or WASD to move. This is your base. If it gets destroyed, you lose. Click the base to configure your parts and skills. Okay. Let's see here. So it looks like the parts are on the bottom of the screen here. And there's a beam option, a shell boost option. Okay. Interesting. Oh wait, is this the ability bar, I think? I think this might be an ability bar instead. Let's see. Well, let's just see what happens as we move around. Extractor spawn power-ups. Click these to collect power. Click the extractor and spend power to build turrets. Okay. So, let's see. Click the extractor. I did. Oh, I see. So let me go back to this base here. I didn't. Turns out you have to click twice. So I'll change your shell configuration whenever you want. I've also got replacements for parts that get destroyed during combat. Okay. I need to change my shell configuration. Okay, here we go. Here's the part screen. And I see. So you just click and drag, I guess? I see. And you know that you made a connection when a new ability shows up there. Okay, I see. So that gives me another ability, Thrust, which increases my max speed. So okay, so this instantly... Let's see what these do then. So the beam is the weapon, the shell regenerates, so it's kind of like a healing item, I think. And this is a speed boost. Okay. And it's represented visually on the spacecraft. Okay. Well, this seems promising so far. The premise reminds you a little bit of that recent, the space game that I played a couple weeks back, but I don't have enough energy, it looks like, to construct anything yet, so let's go ahead and collect the energy first, and now we should have enough, yes. So, there's a defense turret and a siege turret. high range, high damage. Stationary targets only, and this is general defense. I guess we'll go with general defense for now. I see it. And the turret... Let's see. I see. And if you click on the turret, you can actually tow it. That's an interesting... That's an interesting mechanic. So yeah, this is kind of like a top-down strategy game set in space. So, whoop. Okay, and the turrets allowed us to destroy these enemy craft, right? These are drones. Okay, light drone. And we did take a few hits there to our shell, but it is slowly regenerating. We could use shell boost if we're in a bind, but these seem like they're pretty weak, so... Okay. I guess we just bypass that. Let's see. Oh, it is giving us a prompt, though. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I got destroyed there. Okay. Well, looks like we've respawned, though. So, I wonder if that's just because it's the tutorial. Let's see. So, these ones only engage stationary targets, and these ones only engage moving targets. And targets nearby structures, harvest nearby power-ups. Okay. Maybe we'll try the siege turret, since there was that one stationary base. Let's see what it says. Double-click this part to activate your tractor beam. Attach it, and carry it to your base, and attach it to your ship. Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, okay, so we just... Let's see, what's the best place to add this? So it looks like it does... There is a bit of snapping to compatible spots on the ship. I guess it doesn't really matter that much this time around, but let's go ahead and do that. Yeah. So it looks like your offensive abilities automatically activate, so you don't have to worry about manually adjusting those. So it looks like, yeah, we took over this extractor, and now it's ours. So we've pushed our lines forward. So I guess we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and grab the turret again. It seems like this is gonna come in. Ooh, a drone got past us, but it looks like the auto defenses took it out. Use your tractor beam and carry siege turrets here to destroy enemy base. Okay, I'm already one step ahead of you. Careful, don't move any closer to the enemy's base. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty intimidating there. Size. Yeah, that's a pretty heavily armed construct. Let's go ahead maybe and try taking this out. Let's heal a bit. Oop. Alright. Maybe let's just go around. Warning shell damage. Yep. It looks like it can fire from way out here, though, even, so... Let's see. And it looks like our respective bases are sending, like, light drones in to harass the enemy, but they're not going to do much by themselves. Okay, we managed to take this over. And maybe we'll grab another siege turret. Sounds like a good idea. Whoop. Oh, got a little too close there. Let's go ahead and we'll keep that siege turret there, and we'll grab some more energy to get a replacement for the one that we lost. This is pretty engaging, and this is just the tutorial still, so... Let's see, I'll just drop this off. So we'll just be initiating a siege of the enemy. Maybe we'll grab a defensive turret, though, and this way we'll be able to shoot the enemy drones as they get launched out. Okay, nice. We're managing to whittle it down a bit. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe harass the enemy base. There we go. Well done. Press options and shoot. Okay. Looks like it's already ending it for us. Let's see. Press options and choose main menu to return. Okay. While you're at, also adjust the graphics settings. Well, I'm already one step ahead of you there, but yeah. Since it's a tutorial, obviously, there wasn't too much of a challenge, but we did die once, though, when learning the ropes, but that's okay. That's what tutorials are for, to make mistakes. So, yeah, press options, and go back to the main menu. Let's go ahead and hit new campaign then, since we know kind of what we're doing now. So, let me put in a name. There we go. Progress will be saved automatically. Okay. Let's, hopefully that'll be a good feature here. Hello? Uh-oh. Okay. Well, maybe this part of the game isn't working properly. I do believe FoeFear said that this game was unfinished to some degree, so maybe there was a planned campaign that never manifested, or the fact that maybe it was tied to an account on the website, and since that's no longer an option, and maybe it's not emulating that side of things properly. So, can I hit? What happens if I hit continue campaign? This probably won't work since there's no campaign in progress. Yeah, it's giving me a connecting prompt, but I don't think anything's going to come of this. So, fortunately, though, there's a skirmish mode. So let's go ahead and try that. So it looks like we have a couple different, I guess these are the different skirmish maps and such. So it looks like there's a pretty decent distribution between friendly and enemy bases, regardless of which one you pick. Maybe we'll pick one of the smaller ones. And what's the difficulty? Maybe we'll keep on easy for now, but okay, so we've got what have we got to work with here? I don't have very much energy. Let's get over here. And we'll start collecting energy. Let's go ahead and try to defend as best we can. And yeah, let's do a shell boost here. And maybe a core heal while we're at it. Sounds like a good idea. Oop. We just lost a piece of the ship here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and head back. Yep. Can't buy anything yet. Collect some of that. Heal up a bit. So we got 75 power. We almost have enough for a defensive turret. There we go. 100. Okay, let's grab a defensive turret. That'll help safeguard against the harassment from the enemy drones here. Are these drones, or are they actually ships? These are actual ships. Okay. Heal up, heal up. Let's get some of that. So the turret gets some of that. So the health bar for the enemy looks like is in white there. Get some of that. Let's see. Effective we get versus extractors, effective versus shell cores. Maybe we'll get another turret and just take it with us. Oh, they got a turret of their own, I see. But we took it out. Yep. We just lost another part of the ship, though. So that's no good. Ooh, we are hurting. We are definitely hurting. Let's go ahead and just take it out as best we can. So the AI is fairly aggressive. I don't know if it uses cheats or not, though, to gather resources. They seem to be able to churn out ships and turrets a lot quicker than we can. That is a lot of turrets. Holy cow! Yeah. Okay. Respawning. Well, at least our ship is fully restored now. Guess we'll grab another turret. Shoot, they just took our extractor. Let's get out of there. Let's heal up a bit. Let's get a damage boost going. Took that out. Let's heal the shell as best we can. So everything runs off of that energy meter, I think, on the bottom, and the shell kind of serves as shields, I think, and the core is the actual health of the ship modules. Pretty sure that's how this works. Yeah, it seems like the enemy might be using some form of resource cheats or something, because I am slowly but surely losing the momentum here. So you gotta know what you're doing if you're playing the skirmish mode. But okay, well, I don't want to drag this out too long for my likely inevitable defeat at this point, since I seem to have lost my energy extractor. So I'll just go ahead maybe and call it here, and I'll meet you folks back on the main menu here. So that's Shellcore Command, and yeah, while it's a shame that I wasn't able to play the campaign mode, either because the game itself was unfinished or was tied to a user account on the original site, at least the skirmish mode works, and the tutorial, so it's still able to sample what the game has to offer here. And yeah, it seems like this game has the potential to offer quite a bit, particularly if you enjoy these sorts of top-down, real-time strategy style games. And like I said before, it kind of reminded me of the space game that I played a couple weeks ago. So if you like playing that game, then I think you'll probably like this one as well, even if you're just limited to the skirmish, and even if the computer might cheat to get resources. I suppose it's just a matter of getting good enough at the game, but yeah, this seems like this has potential at least, so you can check it out if you're so inclined. Thanks again to FoeFear for requesting this title, and thank you for tuning into this episode of Flashpoint Friday, and take care, everyone.